When was the last time you truly experienced something with all your senses? Mindfulness, a practice that encourages us to live in the moment, can be a powerful tool for enhancing our connection with the world around us. Through mindfulness, we can learn to engage our senses more fully, heightening our awareness and appreciation of life's simple pleasures. Today, we're going to explore mindfulness through our senses. We're going to need a quiet, undisturbed space, a tangible object of your choice, and if possible, an edible item. We'll be observing, touching, listening, smelling, and if you've got that edible item, tasting. This practice can be woven into our daily lives, helping us to ground ourselves in the present moment and bringing a sense of peace and calm to our hectic lives. So, are you ready to embark on this journey to mindfulness? Let's start with our first sense, sight. Now, take the object of your choosing into your hands. Let's truly observe it. Notice the colors that it exhibits. Is it vibrant or muted? Now focus on its texture. Is it smooth, rough, or perhaps somewhere in between? Try to estimate its size. Is it as big as your hand or maybe just a fraction of it? Next, take note of its shape. Is it round, square, or an entirely unique form? Observe how the light dances off its surface, creating shadows and highlights that alter its appearance. Hold it beneath you, then elevate it, altering your perspective. Do you see it differently now? Every angle offers a unique view, a new story about this object. By doing this, we're training our minds to notice the minute details, the things we often overlook. It's about being present, being here, right now. Let's move on to the next sense, touch. Now, what does it feel like? What's the texture like? Does it have any edges? Allow your fingers to explore the object. Is it smooth, rough, or perhaps a combination of both? How does it feel when you apply pressure? Is it hard, soft, or somewhere in between? Observe how the object feels in the palm of your hand. Is it heavy or light? Does it leave a sensation like warmth or coolness? Now, let's switch it up a bit. Try pressing the object against your cheek or your arm. Notice how the sensation changes. Is it different from the touch of your fingertips? Remember, there's no right or wrong here. The goal is to fully engage with the experience of touch, to notice, to explore, and to be in the present moment. Next, we're going to explore the sense of hearing. Does the object make any sound? Does it make a sound when you touch it? Close your eyes for a moment and focus on the sounds that the object might make. If you tap it lightly, does it respond with a sound? What about when you run your fingers over it or shake it gently? Listen closely. Does it whisper or does it echo loudly? Now, if you feel it's safe and won't cause any harm, try dropping the object from a small height onto a soft surface. What sound does it make? Is it a thud, a clink, a rustle? Be mindful of these sounds, let them wash over you, and simply take note of them. However, if the object doesn't produce any sound, that's perfectly fine too. The absence of sound can be just as telling. It's all part of this mindful journey we are on. It's time to shift our focus now. Let's move on to the next sense, smell. Next, smell it. Is there any smell? Allow your nostrils to gently inhale, drawing the scent of the object towards you. Breathe deeply and slowly. Let the fragrance or aroma, if any, fill your senses. Take a moment to discern whether there is a scent emanating from the object. If there is, let's explore it. Is it a familiar scent or something completely new? How would you describe it? Is it sweet, musky, or fresh? Does it remind you of anything or transport you to a specific memory? Now, if there's no smell, that's perfectly okay. Not every object has a detectable scent. This lack of smell is also part of the experience. It's an invitation to observe, to be curious, to embrace the present moment as it is. As we move through this sensory exploration, remember that every experience is valuable. Finally, we're going to explore the sense of taste. If the object that you've been using so far is not edible, put it to the side and take the object that is. Now, let's dive into the world of taste. Begin by placing the edible object on your tongue. Notice the initial burst of flavor. Is it sweet, sour, salty, or bitter? Don't rush to chew or swallow just yet. Keep it there, savoring every bit of taste it has to offer. Now, if you wish, you can gently start to chew. Notice the change in flavor as you break the object down. Is the taste intensifying or is it mellowing down? Pay attention to how it feels against your tongue, your inner cheeks, and your teeth. This simple act of eating can be a profound experience when done mindfully. The textures, the flavors, the sensations, they all form a symphony of experiences that we often overlook. Savor this moment, this taste, this experience. Now let's wrap up our session. So, how was your journey through your senses? Interesting, wasn't it? As we've seen, mindfulness is about fully engaging with our present moment, using all our senses. Sight, touch, hearing, smell, and taste each plays a significant role in our perception of the world. By paying attention to these senses, we can ground ourselves in the now. This simple yet profound exercise can help us escape the constant chatter of our minds, allowing us to find peace and tranquility in everyday life. Imagine applying this level of awareness to every aspect of your life, from the food you eat to the air you breathe. It's a way to slow down time, to truly appreciate the world around us, and to cultivate a deeper understanding of ourselves. Mindfulness doesn't require any special equipment or location. It merely requires you and your willingness to engage with the moment. Remember, mindfulness is not just a practice, it's a way of life. Until next time, stay mindful.